Relationship has proven to be an integral part of human existence. And these days, it has also shown that male-female relationship is one very important thing that a lot of people do not take for granted. When you are in a relationship, most times you're asked the question, what do you want in that relationship? And that is the reason today we want to look at specifically what women want in a relationship. And today we have two young ladies in the house that are going to be telling us, representing a large number of women, to tell us exactly what women want. Please sit down. This is Hot Button. My name is Johnny and I have with me on the program
Odejai Ifeoluwa.
and
Tumishi Olatona.
welcome to the program.
Thank you.
It's funny how I want to sit down here as a man and hear from you guys what women want. So tell me, Tumishi, what do women want in a relationship?
This question, it differs from women to women. No, not every woman, not every lady wants the same thing.
Okay.
So, but there are specific things that at least 80% would want generally. So, I feel that is love, attention, time, and security. But for security, it differs. It could be financial security, it could be emotional security. So whichever one the woman prefers or desires most. Yes.
Wow. Okay. This is nice. Let me hear from you.
I go by what she says.
Okay.
It's different from woman to woman.
Okay.
But just generally, I like to see people and recognize people more as human beings before I look at the genders.
Gender, okay.
So as a human being, what you want is respect. What you want is love. What you want is to be secure. That's what anybody would want. So basically, as more complicated humans, just everything. So there's no exact thing that she can tell you or she can write down in a book or a journal and say, here, this is what I want.
Okay.
Give it to me. Yeah.
Women differ, like you rightly said. But if something that stood out for me in everything that you said was women need attention and time. And the reason I'm emphasizing on these things is I've had men here talk about what men really want. And I asked them, what do women want? And none of them mentioned attention or time. So maybe we actually have a problem. And you might just be letting us know today that women do need attention and time. And I'm sure someone out there, is listening, and then the person is going to learn how to treat women better after this program. So, love, respect, security, attention, time. How do you want to be specifically treated by a man?
As a woman or as an individual?
As a woman.
Okay. Well, in respect of love, I want to feel loved. Yes, you may love me. Make me feel
like you love me.
Yes. That's one. In respect of giving me attention. We don't have to spend 24 hours together. Just let me know that I'm on your mind. The attention doesn't have to be physical. You can just send me a text. Let me know that you were thinking about me. I'm getting your attention, even though I'm not with you. And then for time, we don't always have to spend time together all the time, but just know that to us women, that time together is very valued. It's really, really appreciated and valued. So me specifically, I think speaking for, let's say, 50% of women, time is not really it for me. It's the quality of time that we spend together.
Okay.
Because you can be with your partner and all you do is fight, or you just together and then just looking at each other or just talking about other things that don't really matter. But the quality of time, how do we spend our time together? That's what matters to me. Let's spend our time together and let me know that when you go, I would be thinking about the time we spent
Give
together
us an
and smiling.
example of how a quality time can be spent, because we need to know this expressly. I want to know how to spend quality time with my woman. He wants to know how to spend quality time with his woman. What makes that time, what brings the quality to that time?
Okay, here it differs from woman to woman, honestly.
Just tell us yours, and we maybe.
Okay, maybe you could get a few tips from there. Okay, for me, I like to play. I really like to play and do creative things. So if you notice that I like to be creative, or I just like to hang around and play, let's be together, do something creative. It doesn't have to be so planned and mapped out. We could just begin to play very silly little games together, and we are best of friends in the relationship. Let me laugh, forget about some of my worries, and I'll be okay.
Great. Okay, let me hear from you, Tumiche. How do you want to be specifically treated by a man?
For me, I know definitely you can't be with me 24/7. But when you are with me, I need to be able to know that, okay, you are with me and with me only. Not that you're with me and then your attention is elsewhere. Now, time and attention, they go together, because you can spend time with someone but not give them your attention.
Yeah.
Exactly. So when you're with me, exactly what you said, the quality of the time, I need to know that okay, this time we are spending together, even though it's short, the memory is going to be there for a very long time. For me now, I'm a playful person, yes, but I feel how you spend your time with me depends on my mood. If I'm happy, there's no issue, then fine, we can play and all that. But let's say I'm not in a really good mood. At that moment, personally, when I'm not in a good mood, I don't really have the energy to do a lot of playful activities.
Okay.
So at that moment, I just need your presence. We can even just sit down and be quiet, but I just know you are there for me, because, okay, I'm feeling bad, but you've taken time out of the other things you're doing just to be there, so I can feel your comfort, I can feel your warmth. That's what I need.
Wow.
Then for me, I also want security.
Okay.
More of emotional security, because growing up, I was an insecure person.
Okay.
So I want to know that, okay, when I'm with someone, and I'm in a relationship with my partner, I want to know that, okay, I don't have to feel these insecurities, these things that I'm comfortable about. I don't have to feel them with you. You make me comfortable in my own skin, make me comfortable in my own mind. I need to know that, okay, you are that for me. I mean, other people, they can make me feel uncomfortable about every other thing. But when it's with you, I need you to make me feel comfortable. I need to make me feel secure. Not have to wallow in my insecurity.
Okay.
Okay.
So a man has to be there to let you know that, to make you feel good about yourself, and let you know, not to even make you feel good, to know you are good for yourself.
Yes.
And then he values everything about you.
Yes.
Wow. Emotional security and time and attention, and then making you comfortable.
Yes.
Great. So, how should women explain their specific wants to men? Since we don't know, please indulge us. How do you explain?
I think a lot of women do already.
Okay.
I think we already do explain what we want,
Okay.
how we want to be
How
treated.
would you tell the person you're in a relationship with, this is how I want to be treated?
This is the kind of conversation you already have even before you get into the relationship.
Amazing. I like that.
Yes, it is, because you can't just jump into a relationship without knowing how the person behaves or knowing how the person likes to be treated. There are certain questions and there are certain conversations you have with your partner before you have entered the relationship. You know, when I talk to you about certain things, listen. Just listen. Basically. That is 70% of all men need to do. Listen.
Guys, listen. Okay.
Yeah, once you listen, you realize she's talking about, oh, my hair, I don't really think my hair, and then the hair looks good, or maybe you're not really looking at the hair. and she talks about the hair, you know, oh, she's feeling insecure. Look at her, and then, oh, no, the hair is really fine. You look really nice in the hair. Don't just, you look okay. You know, that's, what am I supposed to do? You're okay. You know, when she talks about certain things, like, you spoke to me in this certain way.
Okay.
You said this to me. Sometimes some girls just even wait for you to realize these things, and I think that's a mistake we also do. We expect the men to know certain things. But when she has gone ahead to talk, I don't like this thing. You did this. Understand, oh, I didn't know I was doing this, but this is why I did this. Oh, I'm sorry they made you feel this way. And then next time, don't do it. You don't, if there's anything a girl doesn't like, is you apologizing for something you're not sorry for.
You're not sorry for.
If you're not sorry, you would still do it. So, you know, if you're apologizing to me, don't just apologize to shut me up. Apologize and keep a mental note and consciously make an effort to avoid doing things I don't like. A lot of girls talk about what they don't like. They tell you what they don't want, but we just need you to listen. We may not be fighting you and then, you know, throwing a fit or giving you such an attitude. Especially someone like me, I won't start with an attitude. I would tell you up front, I don't like this thing. And then depending on your countenance and your behavior towards what I just told you, that's now when I have my own reaction.
Wow.
So listen.
Listen, guys. We must listen. Let me hear from you, Tomiche.
A lot of women actually, I personally feel, maybe because of my friends, we don't communicate what we want. We could throw subtle hints, but you know, it's not every guy that will pick those subtle hints. So I feel like we should communicate, like actually say it up front. Okay, this is what I want, this is what I don't want. So a lot of women, a lot of ladies, they just throw subtle hints, or they don't say anything at all. They just expect you to assume because they like that spontaneous
just
moment.
Figure me out.
Yes, like they'll be like, oh, I didn't even tell him. I never even made any hints or like give him any hint that, oh, this is what I like, but he did it. They like that spontaneous activity, but like it's not every guy that can pick up on that.
Yeah.
So we should communicate what we want.
So I think, basically what you said now, it really counts. It really counts. In as much as we want to know what women really want, we should also try to find a way to figure it out ourselves without being told. There are basic things that one needs to know already. And those basic things don't need to be taken for granted. Now, Tomiche, that brings me to ask, what do women want that men sometimes take for granted? Like, this is what you want, but we don't take it serious.
I'll say time and attention. Lots of men are like, oh, she wants attention, she wants time, but they don't really see the value in why a lady asks for that. They don't understand, because if you give a lady your time and attention, it's like you're basically telling her you're on my mind 24/7, even when I'm not with you. Like she just needs to have that, okay, oh, I can be somewhere else, but he's on my matter. I'm on his mind, that kind of thing. So men, a lot of men, they just like, okay, she wants time and attention, I'll just go and see her today for so hours, and then she'll be okay. But like, if during that time all you're doing is fighting, you're not doing what she wants or what both of you want, or something that would lift the mood, or basically just understanding what she wants in that moment, the time doesn't have quality, then it's a waste, because you are just there, but then your mind is elsewhere, her mind is elsewhere. In her mind, she's probably like, I even regret coming out or spending this amount of time with this person. So a lot of men need to understand that apart from time, during that time, give her quality time.
Okay. So when a woman says, spend time with me, you have to make sure that time is a quality time. Not time for argument, not time to be on your phone. Okay. Let me hear from you, Ife. What do women want that men sometimes take for granted?
I would say respect.
Respect?
Yes, respect. Because I've heard someone say things like, as a man, I expect to give my woman an order and she follows suit. She does what I want her to do. I feel like a lot of men disregard the fact that as much as they need that respect, we
Yeah.
also do.
Mm-hmm.
We also need this, if not more,
More
in
respect.
certain areas.
Okay.
In certain areas, because respect is acknowledge this person's feelings,
Mm-hmm.
know what to do and what not to do, know this person's boundaries,
Mhm.
don't cross
Don't
this
cross it.
person's boundaries.
Okay.
We understand that. So as much as a man wants a woman to respect him because he is the man, he should also respect her because she's the woman. You know, I won't take a guy doing certain things,
Mm.
like my principle, if you don't want me doing something to you, please don't do it to me, because
Mm.
it's going to look somehow when you have done something to me.
Mm.
And you know, like, I've just, okay, is this who this person is? Okay. I don't maybe necessarily see it as disrespect, but when I am comfortable enough to do the same thing to you, or act almost the same way to you, you are, you know, really taking it to a certain extent of, you're really taking a pee with it. You're really finding something wrong with it, and you're so upset. And it goes to, it makes the woman look like, you did this to me. If you don't want this done to you, why did you do this
Do it
to me? I also want men to also know that an angry woman is an angry woman is dangerous.
Mm.
An angry woman is very dangerous.
Of course.
If a woman is upset, especially when she's still calm, I don't know if you can agree with me.
Yeah.
Especially when a woman is still calm, even in anger, you should really fear that woman.
Mm.
You should, because if she knows how to collect her emotions, she's so angry,
Mhm.
but she's
She's
still
putting it
put together. You won't really know when she's so angry. You know, if she's upset with you and then you're still taking it as, you're still taking it very lightly, she might be telling you, she would tell you, small. Gradually, she tells you. She's
Okay.
telling you. You know, when the woman sparks and then she's really upset and then she can't control herself, that's when I hear a lot of guys saying she's crazy.
Mm.
You know, it's...
So what you're saying is she may have bottled up a lot of things
Yes,
before
because
exploding.
her anger wasn't taken seriously. Yes.
So men sometimes need to focus and take that seriously.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do women really treat men the way they want to be treated? You as a woman, do you treat your man the same way you would like to be treated? Most times.
That is a big question. I feel in certain areas I do treat him the same way, but in other certain areas I probably do not.
Okay.
I don't know if what I want is the same thing he wants.
Mm.
So I'll probably think, okay, I don't really need to do this. Since it's not, I would assume, okay, it's not a big deal for him. But then later on as the relationship goes, okay, we'll get to communicate what we want and what we don't want. So if at that moment, if there's like something I don't think he really values or like really needs or really wants, but I want that, I probably won't treat him the same way in terms of that. But in basic things like time, quality, respect, love, I do give the same ration that's given to me.
Okay. All right, let me hear from you. You just mentioned something close to the golden rule. I want to be treated. No, I want you to treat me the way I treat you. Something like that. You know?
If you don't want me to do something
Okay,
to you.
if you don't want me to do something to you, don't do that same thing to me.
Yes.
So, do you treat your man the way you would like to be treated? Or will you be able to treat your man the way you would like to be treated?
If I'm to be very honest, to an extent.
Okay.
Yeah, because you need to understand your partner's love language. You can't have your own love language and use your love language
To judge everything.
you know, to judge your partner's. If your partner's love language is quality time and yours is maybe in the text you send or like the gifts and the flowers and everything, you know, if that's my love language. I can't send my babe flowers,
Mm.
you know, and expect him to feel, oh my God, you know, I can't
Mhm.
expect him to feel like that. I think I would like to give this example because if there's anything I've noticed is men like to put on this coat of, oh yeah, I'm a man, yeah. But they're really not like that deep down inside. I saw my mom always, my mom had this very feminine touch with my
Okay.
dad. And he was, you know, very masculine.
Mhm.
But there was this day, she just kept on rubbing his head for some reason. I don't know why, but she was just, you know, rubbing his head and she stopped. I asked her why she stopped. Like, oh, she has been doing all the lovey-dovey stuff since, and then she stopped. And she said it's because he didn't respond to it. But on my father, on the other hand, felt bad because she stopped. But you know, he didn't
he
want to
didn't say.
tell her, oh, why did you stop
Mhm.
touching me? You know. So once I think I try as much as possible to do what I know he likes. I will try as much as possible to do what I know he likes, and avoid what he doesn't like.
Mm.
But I don't think, to be very honest, it's not. If at all I do, it's not every time. I just
It's
know
not
for a
every
fact
time.
that it's not every time I do.
Mm. And those are the things that sometimes we have issues with because sometimes women just want to look at men as, oh, I've had guys here, and then we've talked about that. The thing is, it's not like men carry themselves to be like this. Women rather see us to be like this. So from the discussions we
that's
had,
what they
that's it.
think.
So just to, and then they just feel like men do not have emotions. Like we're not soft. We don't have. We're not vulnerable.
But if you don't show that you are vulnerable, how do you expect us
Us to know that you.
you're
So
vulnerable?
we have to cry.
You can cry.
It's not bad.
When we're watching a movie, I could just
You don't
start
have
crying.
to
You know, girls
cry.
do that. You're watching a movie with a guy, and the next thing she's picking up tears because
Yeah,
of something.
we are in
emotional.
touch with
It's
our
not-
feminine side. We're in touch with our feelings.
Exactly. A lot of men, they are not in touch with their feminine side. Like,
No, we don't have feminists.
You do.
Feminine
We
side.
do. We all
do.
do.
Everyone
You have a
we-
masculine
I
side?
have my masculine
Yes.
side. How do you think a man is able to prepare? Like you see women that are single parents, and you see men that are single parents.
Mhm.
Those things a mother had, the qualities of a mother, you see it in that man
Mhm.
taking care of his children. The qualities of a
You
father.
see, that's the thing. I think the society has made us think that there is a feminine side and then a masculine side. Where is the human being side? I think we all just have human being side. If mothers take care of children, it's not a feminine thing to take care of children. It's a human thing to take care of your own.
Well,
There is nothing that anybody does that is attached to the gender if it is not biology. Because if a woman cooks, doesn't mean that is a feminine thing. Do you understand? It's a
Yes.
human thing to cook and eat. That's the reason I said feminine side. Maybe we don't have it.
Can I say something about
Please
that?
do.
I'm going to give an example of my father
Please do.
again.
Yeah.
When I am sick, my mother does this, oh, sorry, you know, just please eat, just try to eat, you know. She's feeding me. She cooked food for me and she fed me. There was this time my mother wasn't around. I was also not feeling fine. My dad was more of the, I know how scared I was to not eat that food my father was giving me while he was, you know, trying to feed me. He did cook what I ate, you know, but a father that is playing the role of both mother and father, I don't think he would have done what my father did that day. Took the spoon of rice, shoved it in my mouth.
Oh, wow.
Shoved it in my. You need to, and he's like, you need to eat. Shoved it in my mouth. You know, my mother,
Okay.
you know, begged, oh, you need to eat.
You
Sorry,
pet you a little
darling,
bit.
pet me, touch me. My dad doesn't want to be touching my head and, you know, telling sorry, darling. What?
Okay, I think I get the point right now. I get the point. Now, having looked at that, what do women think men want?
From the outside, we
Tell us from every side.
Okay.
Inside, outside. What do you think men want?
standing outside
Okay.
the whole situation. The simple answer is to say respect.
Respect.
Yes. But going deeper, I would say they also want the same thing we want. Love, time, attention, security. Because who doesn't, you do, yes, I'm the man, but who wants to feel bad? You know, nobody wants to feel bad, even though they're taking the role of, oh, I'm the man. You know, time, attention, the same thing.
Impressive.
Do unto me what you want me to do unto
The
you.
golden rule.
Treat me well. Treat me
well.
good. You treat me like a queen, I treat you like a king. Nobody says because he's the king, he can stand, you know. When you see a king and a queen, they stand together in almost every single situation. Nobody says because she's the queen, she's not going to stand here for certain things. The king and the queen stand together. So as you're treating me like a queen, so a man should be treated like a king.
Sure. Nice. We want to be treated like kings, actually. Oh, tell me about it, Zubishe.
For men, a lot of men don't communicate what they want in a relationship or how they want to feel. Because, yeah, like she said and I said, men are not vulnerable. They don't want you to see that side of, okay. They don't want you to know that thing that they really desire, because they think, okay, when you know that thing, you have like control over them. You can just easily break them. So yes, a lot of men want the same thing. We want quality time, respect, love, care. But then I have male friends who, what they want in a relationship is purely dominance. They just want that I am, even though we're not married yet, I am the man, I am the boy in this relationship. You are the girl.
What I say stands.
What I say stands. I am the provider. You just take what I provide. Don't try and be my equal. Don't
compare yourself to me.
Exactly. So I feel it differs from man to man. But I won't say I really know what men want, since lots of men don't really communicate that vulnerable aspect. It's until you get to know one deeply, you would know that, okay, this man wants this.
So recommendation to men, we need to communicate more what we want. We need to communicate our emotions. If we feel like something is weighing us down, it is okay to feel vulnerable,
Yes.
especially with our significant other. So based on what we've said here today, men want same thing as women want. And based on my comparison to what I discussed with the men on the other side, it is more like everybody wants the same thing: respect, time, love, and security. So if we all agree that we can do the same thing for one another, then we'll be having a safer relationship. Thank you guys for being a part of the program today. I'm sure someone out there has learned something new today. Thank you guys, thank you ladies for being a part of us. Do join us again same time next week for another episode on Hot Button. Bye for now.
Last collab